Alright, it is Twist Fast Forward again. They added a new set to the list. Up to One Night in Karazhan now, from Legacy to One Night in Karazhan. Alright, that leads me to the deck we have today. I made a Barnes Yasharad scam deck. So the goal of this deck is to play Barnes on 5. You get a 1-1 Yasharad, which summons a 10-10 Yasharads from your deck. Now you cannot draw Yasharads or the combo is broken. So if you draw Yasharaj, it's really bad. I'm sure you guys have seen this deck before. If you played Hearthstone for for a long period of time like I have, you've probably seen this combo before. The Barnes Yasharaj combo. And the rest of the cards you play in the deck is spells. So all spells, and then 1 Barnes and 1 Yasharaj. Should be a pretty good deck. If I pull off the Barnes thing. Which I should be able to. I'll leave that loss in though. You can't... Like, showing every win, it just seems unrealistic. It's like, no one always wins. I'm going to keep the Explosive Trap just because I don't want to mulligan in case I get Yasharaj. Alright, I want to keep the Barnes. Just don't draw Yasharaj. Okay? I'm going to save the Flare for his secrets. He probably has Flare of his own. So snipe first. It's not Explosive Trap, bro. Not Freezing Trap either.
Come midnight.
Well, that's a pretty good card to snipe. Because now they don't cost 0 anymore.
I can't do that.
Save the lock and load for later. Now it is Explosive Trap. But don't play around it this time. Summon some stuff.
You cannot hide.
Alright, next turn. Don't draw Yasharaj. And don't have Deadly Shot either. Oh god, that needs to die though. Yeah, I can't leave that up obviously. We're gonna have to do this. We have to take a pivot turn.
A black arrow.
Oh, that's probably the best one in this situation. So next time we could play Flare and Barnes. I had to kill that starving buzzard. There's no way I could have left that up.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption.
10-10. Watch him have an answer. I mean, he kind of does. He can trade. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. Wow. I mean, he would have had to put all that into that, so yeah, maybe it was correct to concede. Dude who got scammed. Okay. Warlock.
I will never serve.
Keep the cat trick. Mulligan the rest. Okay, no Barnes. But also no Yasharad, so that's good as well. Hopefully I get Barnes on turn 5 and I can just play it and then scam this guy.
Hello there.
Welcome, champion.
I'm not coin Yashara or current coin Barnes, so I want to save the coin. Probably play Cat Trick next turn. That needs to die. I should play an explosive trap then. I think it's worth just to kill that card, to be perfectly honest. And if he summons something here, yeah, take damage, but the minion also dies as well, maybe. Unless he has Imp Game Boss. Oh, that card. Yeah, that's a pretty good one though. Have this as well. Explosive shot's really good against Zoo. I could deal 5 damage to that thing and then okay, we can go 3 and 2 next turn. Another one.
Your suffering has only just begun.
I wonder what I have. I don't have Eater of Secrets, bro. Another one. Draw Yasura, or draw Barnes, I mean. Secrets are so good.
I will drain you.
I don't want to play those right now because I want to save it for lock and load. Top deck Barnes. That does. Why don't you play Brand first?
The moment is upon us.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'm doing this then. I wasn't planning on doing that. I was gonna eat Barnes if I drew it, but so he's almost guaranteed to trigger these secrets. Why would you do that first? Yeah, I know I missed a spell with lock and load, but I was hoping the tracking into Barnes, which I would have played that instead, so the lock and load would have been wasted. But I didn't tracking into Barnes. At least he wasted his Leroy. And now I get healed for 5. Maybe. I don't know why Brand is even in his deck. Just to summon another 1/1 with taunt. And by the way, if I had Unleashed the Hounds, he would have got mega punished by doing that play. Maybe I add back in Unleash the Hounds. I had it in the stack, but I took it out. Maybe I add it back in here. Would have been really good against his last board that he had. As soon as I take the board back from the zoo, they just automatically lose, right?
Get in there and fight, maggot!
You cannot hide. I will drain you.
I gotta start pushing damage here. No way I'm trading into a Brand with a 5/2. This feels really bad. I know I can get a mega punish by leaving the Brand up, but battle cries aren't really that great at this point in time. And he has to be careful. He can't really tap. Because if he leaves anything up, if he taps and he leaves anything up, I win. Well, actually, I win without it because I have Arcane Shot. This deck is winning even without Yasharaj. It's kind of insane. I didn't expect to win without Yasharaj. I barely expected to win with it. Like I thought I'd barely win with it, you know? How crappy is Shadow Flame? No, you're still dead.
Such skill in one like you. I will drain you.
BM.
Black arrow.
I had to do it. I told him well played. I wasn't. At least I said well played. That's what he gets for playing Zoo. That deck was very powerful, by the way. Zoo was like insane back in the day. Like, that's the deck I won like the most with back in the day. I actually used Zoo. That's one of the aggro decks I actually used back in the day, and it was I loved using it. It was actually a fun aggro deck.
Never.
And look what showed up right at the beginning here. So obviously you mulligan the Yasharaj, of course. I think I keep the rest. Come on, give me Barnes. Barnes and Noble. No, I'm kidding. Alright.
Welcome, champion.
Against Mage, we just throw it at his face, right?
Arrow.
We're playing Arcane Mage, guys. Or Arcane Hunter, I mean. Sorry.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Wow, the tempo.
I will drain you.
Okay, secret time. Probably. Kieran Tor Mage? Nope. So he plays any minions here. Got lock and load. He plays a minion here. I get it. It dies if he plays this. Yeah, if he plays a. He had the ultimate answer.
I will drain you. The moment is upon us.
Oh, I can't take Yashiraj. Always Huffer. You guys already know it's always Huffer. Play a minion, please. Thank you. Well, guess that's good for him, actually.
Cast a spell. I want to cast a spell.
Come, midnight.
You cannot hide.
You win this.
Yep. So this is how you win without Yashiraj and Barnes. You queue up against Mage and then you flare them. And the reason I played the 0 mana first, even though there's a risk for counterspell, is because even if you flare, right, and they have counterspell up, the counterspell will counter your flare, so I did that correctly. So I didn't want to waste a flare. Yeah, let's go over the One Night Karazhan cards. I'll go over the good ones, obviously. The meta relevant ones. So, Enchanted Raven. Very good card. You play this on 1. On turn 2, you play Mark of Yashiraj on it. And you have a 4/4, and you draw a card. So it's pretty insane. Mark of Yashiraj is kind of like Hand of a Doll. Except a little bit slightly better. But it only works on Beast. And then Menagerie Warden. This card saw meta play with Stranglethorn Tiger. But it wasn't a very good deck. Beast Druid wasn't that great. And obviously this card saw playing Beast Druid as well. At least I don't think it was very good. I don't think it was like top tier or anything. I think it was like a lower tier. If I remember correctly. It's been so long ago though. Catrick still sees meta play to this day. Kindly Grandmother saw play as well, and so did this card. So all three of the Hunter cards are really good. And then Mage got Medee's Valet, which is one of the best cards in Secret Mage. Battling Book was a good card, and then Firelands Portal, good card, but I don't think Firelands Portal saw meta play. I'm pretty sure Babbling Book did though, because I saw Babbling Book more than probably pretty much any card. That was like the most common card. Paladin got a bunch of mediocre stuff, except Onyx Knight was pretty, Ivory Knight was pretty good. Even at 6 mana, this card was good. This card was once 6 mana. It's now 4. Or maybe it was 5 mana. It's either 5 or 6. I think it might have been 5, actually. It got buffed to 4. Priest got Onyx Bishop, which I didn't really like because it wasn't good in Res Priest or Big Priest because the problem with it, if you play this in your deck, if you played Onyx Bishop in your deck, you have a chance to resurrect it instead of your bigger stuff, so it was kind of counterintuitive. Purify was not very good, and then Priest of the Feast was really good. Swashbuckler really good. Good. Not very good. Amazing card, amazing card. Not terrible card. Insane card. Still sees meta play. Insane card as well. Got buffed to a 3/4. I don't know why. It was really good at a 3/3. And then terrible card. Why didn't they buff this card to 4 mana? Protect the King. Good card. Not so good. And terrible. Now, this card was insane. If you leave it up, it just snowballs like crazy. So this card is absolutely crazy. This card's really good. Or, I think it's really good. Because I like Discover, but I'm pretty sure this card saw meta play too, didn't it? I'm pretty sure I remember this card in a meta deck. Muros. Trump loved this card. Trump StarCraft or whatever. Trump SC, whatever. I still to this day don't know what the Trump or the SC means in Trump, but I just assumed it was StarCraft. But yeah, Trump loved that card. I liked it as well. Decent card. This card saw meta play in Wild, but it didn't see play in Standard at all. Never saw play in any Standard decks, I don't think. Only in Wild. This is one of my favorite cards in the set. I ran this card in like all my decks back when Karazhan was released, but not a very good card. Obviously Barnes, this is in my deck, I'll show off. I love Prince Malchezaar, even though it's very slow and it's not very good of a card, but I liked it a lot. One of my favorite cards. Bookworm was really good. The Curator was insane. And then Arcane Giant, I think it was a deck in Wild as well recently, like when Yogg came out, after Titans came out, when Yogg used to be reduced by how many spells you've casted. This card saw play in that deck. Medivh wasn't really used a whole lot, but I used Medivh, and so I've used Medivh in some of my decks on this channel. I like Medivh. I think I made a Medivh Druid deck or something like that. Or Medivh Mage or something like that a long time ago. I think it was back in 2016.